In the late 1960s in Northern California, a series of brutal attacks shocked the United States. But what made this case truly terrifying was not just the violence. It was the mind behind it. A killer who didn't just want victims. He wanted attention. And he gave himself a name: the Zodiac.
Between 1968 and 1969, several young couples were attacked in remote areas around California. Some survived, some did not. But every incident carried the same chilling pattern. No clear motive, no clear suspect, and no trace of the killer. Then something unusual happened. The killer didn't stay silent. He started communicating with the police and with newspapers. Letters began arriving at news offices in California. Inside were confessions, threats, and chilling claims of responsibility. But that wasn't the most disturbing part. Each letter included something else: a coded message, a cipher, a puzzle meant for the world to solve. The Zodiac claimed that inside these codes were his identity and details of his crimes. If the public solved them, he promised he would reveal himself. But if they failed, he would continue killing.
Panic spread across California. Police, journalists, and even amateur code breakers tried to decode the messages. Some success came years later. One of the famous ciphers was finally solved. It revealed disturbing messages about killing for fun, but crucially, it did not reveal his identity. And the rest of the codes, even today, they remain unsolved. As the investigation grew, thousands of suspects were questioned. Handwriting was analyzed, phone calls were traced, forensic evidence was examined again and again. But every lead eventually went cold. The Zodiac seemed to disappear as suddenly as he appeared. No confirmed arrests were ever made. No definitive identity was proven. Just theories and fear.
Some investigators believe the Zodiac killer may have been more than one person. Others believe he carefully controlled the investigation, always staying one step ahead, always watching, always anonymous. Over the years, many suspects have been suggested. Some were dismissed. Some remain controversial, even today. But none have been confirmed beyond doubt. And that is what makes this case so disturbing. Not just the crimes, but the silence that followed. A killer who wrote letters. A killer who mocked authorities. A killer who challenged the world and was never caught. Today, more than 50 years later, the Zodiac Killer case remains one of the most famous unsolved mysteries in American history. Modern technology, DNA testing, and digital analysis have all been used to reopen the investigation. But still, the answer remains hidden. Was he a genius who outsmarted the entire police system? Was he someone already known but never suspected? Or is the truth still buried somewhere in those unread letters and unsolved codes? The identity of the Zodiac Killer remains unknown. And maybe that is what keeps this story alive. Because some mysteries don't end. They just wait. And somewhere out there, the question still remains. Who was the Zodiac? And why was he never found?